the whole Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Mm-hmm. The reason why they actually used the coconuts is because they couldn't afford horses. For real.
Yeah, it was somebody.
But it was clever.
Somebody
though.
said Somebody said that the last scene in that movie was actually real. Like
Yes,
the cops came.
came to remove them.
Mm-hmm.
Was that you that was telling that a couple times ago?
Okay, you know that castle at the end? Mm-hmm. You know how they threw like the water and whatever over? They actually shit and pissed in that bucket because they were so poor. That was actually a turd that bounced off his helmet. And the sheep that they threw over,
Nice.
it was roadkill. They just found it on the road. Hey, we'll throw that into our movie.
Hey, but you know what? That's good thinking right there.
Right?
Thinking on their toes.
Kennington gore. That's what they used for the blood. I think it was 5 pounds a gallon or something, and they were just so poor that they just buy it whenever they can.
Adapt and overcome.
But you know what? Still one of the best movies of all time.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
The night that they cut the legs off of and everything,
Uh-huh.
they actually used a one-legged man
To film that scene?
when he was sitting on the ground because
wow.
it's easier to dig a hole for one leg than it is for two. That's the only reason they used a one-legged man.
That's sad and funny at the same time.
And all the Monty Python stuff's on Netflix now, like the Flying Circus. Everything's on there right now. I was on
Like
there the
Life
other
of
night.
Brian?
Yeah, Life of
Yeah.
Brian's on there. Meaning of Life.
I couldn't possibly eat anymore.
Life's a piece of shit when you look at it.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep all night and I work all day.
I like he's I'm identifying as a woman. What? What are you talking about?
I wear high heels and hang around in bars.
Isn't it great to have the penis? Isn't it great to have the dome?
They're at the stoning. Who here's a woman? No, man. No. All men. Who said that? She did. Yeah, I gotta say, their humor compared to the humor now was, I think, so much better.
Definitely.
I've even watched videos with what's that guy's name?
John Cleese.
John Cleese, and he says, you know, comedy is great, but only if you can get the audience to love it too. And that's how they did it. They just made the audience love it. It was just so good. They kept it going. It was
But I
so
don't like
smooth.
spam. That was one of my all-time favorite skits. That's spam on wheat, spam on rye,
Yeah,
fried spam.
the guy that plays Mr. Bean,
Yo, Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah.
him and John Cleese did a skit together where Rowan Atkinson was a therapist.
Oh god, that ought to
Oh
be good.
God, it was hilarious. You got to look that up.
Yeah, Rowan,
You know-
Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson.
No.
is hilarious.
It was like the best skit I've seen. I was
He
crying.
did Bond movies in the early '80s. He did 1 or 2, maybe 3 movies with Roger Moore and Sean Connery.
Really?
Yeah, he was like he was like M's contact in the field. So M would talk to him, and then he would talk to Bond. And so yeah, it was really weird. I didn't know it until
back before Johnny English.
yep. Coincidentally, yeah, he was doing secret agent stuff before that. It was great. Because I was watching it, and, you know, you're not used to him playing a serious part, even though he was kind of slapsticky because Bond was like throwing him in pools or whatever. But like, yeah, he was the serious. No, Bond, you have to do it like, you know, this is the mission, and I was like, holy shit, that's Mr. Bean, you know, because that was the first thing I ever saw him in. So was Mr. Bean probably like the rest of us.
Pretty much, yeah.
The series, the show
God.
was much better than the movies.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Wasn't
they-
it on PBS?
yes.
Yeah.
It was on like Saturday nights or Sunday nights or something like that.
there with Rob Ross, PBS.
Bob Ross.
No, it was
Bob Ross.
Red Green.
Oh, red green.
Oh,
too.
red
If it ain't broke, you're not trying. Right.
Use duct tape. Duct tape fixes everything.
Red Green was awesome.
Did you ever see the one where he did the little kiddie pool and he got it to like sit around him? You never have to go anywhere to go fishing. You got a fishing pool right here.
Yeah, PBS, that was still back in the day when you had NBC, CBS, ABC, and PBS, and it's like that was it.
And then the president came
And then
on.
the president was on, and you were screwed. You could either watch the president or Nova.
There was one night, and I was probably in junior high, so a while ago, and they had and I don't know if it was just a clip or what it was, but it was some kind of like fashion show. And for some reason, like at the very end, Madonna came out with the designer, and all of a sudden, like Madonna like takes her fucking top off, and they're on PBS as they're showing Madonna's bare tits. And I'm just like,
I vaguely remember that.
I remember watching PBS.
yeah, I was just like, wow.
I remember watching
I'm
PBS,
a man today.
and National Geographic would come on, and you'd see all the like videos from the Aborigines. Like,
They didn't
all
care.
those women don't have tops. Oh, wow! Hope mom doesn't come down.
While you're spanking it.
To Aborigines.
I wasn't allowed Playboy, so next best thing.
Next was Aboriginal women.
And the Sears catalog.
Hey.
Hey.
You knock it out.
I'm not knocking
You better
it.
not be talking
Sears
shit.
catalog number 362 was wonderful.
That was great.
Christine modeled beautifully.
You knew her
I
name?
don't. No, not really.
I love PBS, but I was always kind of depressed because they'd have the telethons like your local station is gonna shut down. This is it unless you donate $2 or you know. Like,
I know, and they interrupted
why-
Doctor Who for that.
Why have they had this same marathon 10 years in a row now?
Right.
It's like,
Someone doesn't know how to manage money. What the hell?
This marathon's going longer than Jerry Lewis's. That's crazy.
Oh boy, I hated those when I was a kid.
they were entertaining to an extent. They always had all of the celebrities and whatnot on it, but
I guess if I looked back, watched them now, I would appreciate it more than when I was 6 years old or 10 years old or whatever.
You know, nowadays we got, Shark Week and all these other weeks that they have on there. You know what I remember the most? My dad. PBS. Civil War Week.
Oh yeah,
man.
Awesome.
Talk about a dry evening.
Civil War and World War II.
Yeah.
we used to watch.
I didn't mind World War II. It's just Civil War. It's,
I was never interested. They needed to cover the Revolutionary War
yeah.
because that would all be reenactments.
I
and-
just found it interesting. You win 100 years and they're still standing shoulder to shoulder. And hey, let's see how many people get shot the first volley. Let's see who gets shot the second
Have
volley.
you ever thought about standing behind a tree?
Maybe
they could learn a few things
Big
from
rock.
the Patriot.
You know, and I never, even when I was a young kid learning about the Civil War, I'm just sitting there like, how many people maybe wouldn't have died if
Right.
you hadn't just lined them up, everybody lined up, and just, it's like, how can we even call these guys great military leaders if they lined everybody up to get shot?
Well, it's like the first Battle of Antietam. There was like 26,000 casualties
Yeah, that's
from that one
insane.
battle. And these guys are just lining up across.
So
each other.
now my question is, are you considered first string if you're in front? Or does first string actually take a little break and
I'm telling you right now, I'd be a very big underperformer. I can't shoot for shit. I don't know where you want me.
Matt? I don't think you should be up front. You just don't get it. Okay.
It's like
Don't
the
have to tell me twice.
it's like the South Park movie, that Operation Black Shield or whatever, where they
Yeah.
put all the black dudes up in front. Like,
Oh god. I was reading a Gettysburg book, and my father-in-law loaned me.